My old place was better in regards to glare on my glasses. I could control it there, I think. Here, I just can't find a proper place because there's always glare. I cut all my hair off again. I was trying to do like a half an inch, but I got it way off. And I swear to God, I think I'm losing more hair here, here. This side isn't as bad. It's like I'm just losing it. What do I do? You know, I could shave it all off. I've done that before. Well, you know, pretty close to all of it. And I've never used like a straight edge. Scary. But yeah, I don't know. I've been watching Dr. Berg. Have you ever watched him? Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G, here on YouTube. And he was talking about sciatica and carpal and the three vitamins that I could be deficient in, or people in general, you know what I mean. So I wrote them down in the forms that he said, and I'm going to give it a try. What have I got to lose? I'm in terrible pain. The tramadol, meloxicam, it's just, I can't even say it's taken the edge off anymore. I'm adding Tylenol, and they won't let me up my tramadol. I take 2 of them, 50 milligrams each. And the meloxicam, it can only have one a day at 50 milligrams. And I tried the turmeric with pepper. Nada. But I'm willing to try these 3 B vitamins because since he's talking about it being low back and carpal, I have both. He may be onto something there. And a lot of the comments in his video make it really clear that others have had this problem and that, yes, B vitamins did solve the problem. Crazy, right? But they got to be in the proper form. So, yeah, just look that up, Dr. Berg, 3 vitamin deficiency, and it probably will come up. It shows him pointing to lower back, all inflamed, and carpal. That's the opening picture. I'd connect it, but I really just, I don't give a damn about anything when I'm in pain like this. I just want to run down the street screaming if I could run. Yeah. So, it's 4th of July. Whee! Happy 4th of July. I feel sad on 4th of July because I think about our forefathers and those who fought for our independence from the Brits. Nothing against you Brits. You know, it's when people get power crazy, you know, it's always governments, it's never regular people. But no, actually, sometimes having seen the COVID-19 thing and people like saying, kill everyone who won't be vaccinated. I mean, people can really lose it. Fear, hatred, resentment. They're powerful motivators for violence. Anyhow, so 4th of July, and I just feel really sad that here we fought about taxation. Taxation. And here we are being taxed out of our gourd, and then having a, you know, you don't have to be afraid from the IRS if you do everything right. Well, that's a lie. You know, I know several people who almost lost their minds because the IRS said something, and they can say whatever they want. You have to prove otherwise. And so all the financial burden and the stress go onto your shoulders. So I just feel kind of sad today on the 4th of July that, you know, Americans have just let the government go way too far with oppression on the people. I just really feel that way. And I don't care who sits in office. It just seems that they all have the same agenda to help the 1% become the 0.5% while we all, you know, I don't know, while we all pound sand, let's put it that way. But happy 4th of July, anyway. So I cut off all my hair. It wasn't deliberate. I said, this one looks like the right size. Not. But the wonderful thing about hair, as Ernie always said to Bert on Sesame Street, is the wonderful thing about hair is it always grows back. Well, not all of mine grows back, of course, because I'm bald, but, or balding, as case may be. Still have plenty of fluff down in the back side, always and forever. I don't want to wear hats, and I don't want to wear wigs. Been there, done that. And the summer heat is becoming so intense. So intense. You know, it says 98 degrees feels like 2,000 degrees. Yep, it sure does. So, you know, we're living in the hundreds right now. Texas is far worse. Bless their hearts. Mid-Texas is real bad. You always get a little bit of relief if you're close to the ocean. Kind of. I would rather be... They say Daytona stays at about 70 degrees year-round. Is that true? I should go over there and find out. I'd go to the beach at 70 degrees. Got to watch out for riptides and stuff, though, here in Florida. And getting your butt dragged in. And wow, I'll tell you something. We went to Smyrna, New Smyrna, which is just like either above or below Daytona, trying to get away from the crowds. And those waves tossed me around like I was a tennis ball. I was just rolling in the friggin', they just knocked me over. The strength of them is incredible. Knocked me over and rolled me around. I'd just get right back up. I didn't care. And I'd face those waves and they'd knock me over again and roll me around. And the boys would try to come running, but I'd get back up. Yep. Oh my. So the boys want me to come to their big bash tonight. I don't want to go. Michael has bought an extraordinary amount of fireworks. He always wanted to do this. He said, next year I'm doubling it. I said, Michael, there's no way you're going to be able to let all those off in one night. He's so crazy. He got a commercial load so he could get the discount. He says, Mom, he's so much like his mother. Mom, he says, more like his father, though, who squeezed that nickel till the bull pooped. He said, if I go to these little places here, they're charging me double the price. Here I'm getting it for less than half of that. Good move, Mike, but he had to buy X amount of dollars to get that. And now that he's a big wheeler in the, auction trade, bless his heart, he always wanted a big, elaborate, I can't wait for the day when it's a big, elaborate 4th of July in a beautiful home he owns. Does that sound right? Am I having a stroke? In a beautiful home that he owns. I don't know, for a minute there, I thought I was talking backwards. If I was, comment below. Orange blossoms. Florida, you know, you gotta have the... When I was in Maine, it always was blueberries. I had to have blueberries on my stuff. It seems so long ago, and yet, like just yesterday, you know? And the 2-year anniversary of my husband's death is coming up real fast, 6 days from now. I was feeling pretty good until July came, and May was over. I got the reprieve of June. I don't know, just when I think I'm ahead of all this mourning stuff, something will trigger me and knock me back down. The other night it was a movie. A movie kind of triggered me, and I just started to cry, you know. I'm like, my story needed to end like that, and it didn't. And so I just cried here by myself in my little chair with my heating pad on my ass. So what does Dr. Berg recommend? He recommends B6 and something called P5P, and I'm sure I'm not saying this right, pyridoxal 5-phosphate. Don't ask me to spell it. B12 as methylcobalamin. I'm going to go to Sprouts and see what I can find. And B1 as benfotiamine. Yeah. So I want to give it a try because I'll try anything to avoid surgery. I just don't believe anyone should cut me open and get in there because there's too many other things they could bump into. Now what do I talk about? So I've been in pain, and it sucks. It sucks. These horrendous toothache pains. You know what a toothache feels like. And it feels like it's not just your tooth, but your whole body aches from it. You know what I'm talking about? That's how this problem in my hip and my right calf, my calf. Sometimes it goes in my inner thigh, and it's like, oh, I'm dying, something's eating my freaking bone. That's what it feels like. And I don't know. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the heating pad. Here, let me move it for a second. I'm sick of looking like Curly with the Three Stooges. I want hair. I wonder if all these B vitamins will help me grow hair. It's worth a try. I do have that essential oils for hair. I'm going to use it. What the heck? What have I got to lose? I've already lost most of it. So here I am with 13 minutes left. No, 10 minutes left because my camera's acting up. I guess I've used too much video space. I keep erasing everything. I keep cleaning everything out. I keep, you know, deleting the cache or whatever they call it. And yet I only have 23 minutes to talk to you. But that's okay because I don't really want to talk that long. So, you can see my flowers for my birthday in the background. Maggie thought they were dead, but it was only one little thing of them. Well, 2 little things it turned out to be. So I cleaned them all out, and I cut down their stems, and I took off their dead leaves, put them in a fresh vase of water, and they look lovely. I do love real flowers. I also have the 2 real plants, which I almost killed, but they've miraculously come back from the dead. So happy to see that. They look, you know, of course they lost a lot of branches, but the wonderful thing about plants is they'll grow back, just like hair, for the most part. And I'm losing weight again. It ain't much, 1.5 pounds, but 1.5 pounds is 1.5 pounds, and I'm just gonna keep on striving to get this weight off. That is my main goal for the next 2 years, get this weight off. And the way it's coming off, it's definitely going to take 2 more years. Unless it's like my metabolism has this sudden surge of power and decides to start dropping some weight quickly. I don't want to do keto, guys. I'm not an animal protein eater. I mean, I love an occasional steak, a burger on the grill. Then I don't want to see it again for weeks, sometimes months. Take turkey, for instance. I can eat a turkey and cheese sandwich. I can have a turkey dinner once a year. But then I don't want to see turkey again for a very long time. Chicken? What is it about chicken? I can't even taste. And yet there's this essence of, when I'm eating it, sometimes there's this feeling of chicken coop. Do you know what I'm talking about? No chicken, please. You know what I can eat and I very rarely get sick of? Shellfish. Love shellfish, but I can't afford it. No. So I eat the fake crab legs. And so what I'm doing recently is I bought rice papers, which are very gooey and sticky, you know, and I'm so careful to dip them really fast. Sometimes all I do is run them quick under the warm water. And then I lay them down on my little thingamajiggy. I put my vegetables and my sea leg in there and roll it up, right? They're sticky. I don't care how long you dip them or how short you dip them or whether you don't dip them at all. They're sticky. But I'm eating a lot of those in white rice. And then for breakfast, what do I eat? I don't know. Depends. I had to go over emergency call for FinCare yesterday, which didn't help the kids much. They hadn't slept all night, and then Finn had this like outburst after I was there for only like 2 hours, and he screamed bloody murder. Long story. I wasn't pulling his teeth out or anything like that. He just had a fit, and then what happened? They woke up. I mean, you know, it sounded like someone was being murdered. So a parent jumps up. Even poor Dennis got out of bed. Denny Jr. Oh my. So so I went over there, and for breakfast I had scrambled eggs and one of his little sausages, chicken sausage. And so I don't usually eat like that for breakfast. I usually wait till 12 noon. I usually have like either, I don't know, some fruit. Sometimes, like if I'm wicked hungry, I'll eat a pudding, or I might have a cookie with my coffee, and then I wait till 12 noon, and then I eat my first meal. And my first meal might be, I have a frozen chicken noodle stir fry in the freezer. And so I'm probably going to eat that today at noon. And then, am I going over to the big festivities? I love the way Michael and Denny get into it, you know, and really, they just love the holidays. We always did, you know, and everything was a celebration. Dennis, my late husband, loved when the Pleiades came in, and we'd all be outside with our blankets on in Maine, waiting for the, you know, whatever those things are that come across us. Was that meteors? I don't know. The Pleiades in August. Wasn't it August? But sometimes it was cold. It was cold at night. We'd wrap up in blankets. Change is really hard. I'm having a very hard time with the changes of my life. I just want to go back in time, and it's hard to live in present when you're constantly going backwards into the past. But thank God on the 6th I have another counseling appointment. We'll see where we get to. The first one was all intake. So I figured I'll bare my soul completely. I'll tell her everything I never told anybody else, and we can start from there. See if it helps. I hope it doesn't re-traumatize me, because I really feel like the more you relive something, the more you feel like you're in it. So we'll see what she has for coping mechanisms. And oh God, oh, there it is. There's that pain. Like a toothache, you know. Well, guys, that's all I've got for today. It's amazing I'm still doing this, because every day I say to myself, this should be the day I announce this is my last one. But then I think of all you out there who miss me. That's so sweet, you know? And we're all in this together, aren't we? Hi, Terry. I know you're coming up on your husband's anniversary of his death, too. And there's a lot more of you out there as well. I know a lot of you that just might not mention it, but we're in the same boat. And we miss them. Better or worse, richer or poorer, narcissist or not, we miss them. They're a big part of our lives and touched our hearts, you know. There was always something really, really good about them, wasn't there? Yeah. Well, guys, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What will I do next? Finish up this coffee, do a few dishes, and then, I don't know. Watch Naked and Afraid? I'm sick of that. I've watched like season 1 and part of season 2, and now I want to move on and do something else. I'll watch another sad romantic movie. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Happy 4th of July. And that's it. Bye.